It's time to quit while we're ahead.
Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. If we haven't met before, my name is Shiv. Hello, if you're coming back then welcome. In today's video I am testing out some of the Revolution Glass Skin collection, which looks like this. Right here, super amazing packaging, a really cool concept and exciting launch in my opinion. I'm using the Black Ice palette today, which looks like this. There is another palette as well, which I believe is called the Shadow Mirror palette, which I will be doing another video on in the upcoming week, so definitely make sure you are subscribed to see that very soon. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy it. I really appreciate it. Hope everyone is well, safe and sound. If you would like to see how I got this makeup look, right here, which is kind of like an olivey green vibe, perfect for like a date night, even a FaceTime date night, then please carry on watching and let's just jump straight into the video. So as you can see, I've popped a piece of tape on the outer corner of my eye, and I've also popped on the P. Louise base in Room Matte number 2 just to prep my eye. It's been on for a little while, just had to sort some things first, so it has dried down basically all the way. So we're going to take the Revolution Black Ice Shadow Palette. I wanted to show you the packaging because it's just absolutely gorgeous, but also filming with all of the glass collection, which I'm very excited. I do have the highlighters, however, since the product's arriving and so on, there's been some drama in the community regarding money MUA. You can Google it if you want to have a look at it. I'm not going to go into it in this video because I don't know enough. It's not my business. That's how I'm putting it that. So I'm not going to use them purpose because they've now been discontinued off the website. So we're going to use everything else from the collection though, and positive vibes. Oh my god, look at my thumb. So we are in day 5 officially of lockdown, and this is my thumb right now. The gel polish is like hanging on for a bitter end. This is all the rest of my nails, and it's going to be like this for the next few weeks, so I do apologise for my nails. So we're going to dive straight into the palette. The packaging of this collection is just actually beautiful. Like, look at that, so stunning. So I'm going to dive straight into the palette. I had a little look at it because I took some blog photos of it. Took some blog photos of the palette, and I saw the beautiful like green shades in, and I really wanted to create just a kind of greenish smoky eye. So that's what we're going to be doing in this tutorial. This is what the palette looks like. It is so freaking cool. Look at that. That is really cool. There is another one as well that I will be doing another tutorial on, which is the mirror shadow mirror, I think it's called, and that will be coming, I believe, next week if I remember my upload dates properly. So this is what the palette looks like inside. I think it's actually a really unique looking palette. I haven't seen one that looks like this with the same kind of tones. I'm not going to be using the red in this tutorial. I usually would just go dive straight to the red. The colours that I'm going to be using are this brown here, which I'm going to use as our main transition, this darker one right here, and these two, because when I swatched them they were just unreal beautifulness, and then a little bit of the black just to darken it up a little bit. So I'm going to do one eye on camera, one eye off camera for the gram. I'm taking it on a Morphe M513 brush, and I'm just going to buff it back and forth through the crease. We're doing like an old school smoky eye method transition first, bit of a darker shade, and then lid. I'm not doing a cut crease or anything like that, so this is going to be super easy to recreate. Okay, so I'm just going to start by popping that into the crease. I've just tapped off the excess a little bit, going on nice and smoothly. If you guys are already subscribers of mine, if you're not new to my channel, you'll know I am a big fan of Revolution eyeshadows and palettes. There's only ever been like a few shades that I haven't been keen on, but overall I do really like them. And I'm also very sorry if you can hear sound in the background. As you can imagine, my house is full of people because we all have to stay home at the moment, and it is early evening. That I'm also kind of putting the brush in like an upwards position to really help blend this out. There is like a kind of matte bone colour I might actually use to blend this out later. Okay, so far so good. I'm just going to add a little bit more just on the outer corner. Okay, so far so good. Loving that shade. Went on it really seamlessly and nice to blend, even considering there's no other shade on the lid. That's the only colour I've got on there so far. Next we are going to pop into the darker brown, which is right here, and I am going to take it on a Zoeva 227 brush, and I'm just going to start by deepening up the outer corner, but I am going to bring it all the way through the crease. Let me know if you're someone who usually gets their nails done, if your nails are looking a hot mess at the moment, let me know, because we're all in this together, you guys. So I'm just blending that through the crease, again going on really nicely and blending in beautifully with the other brown. No surprises here, I do love Revolution eyeshadows. If you search Revolution like palette on my channel, you'll probably find loads of videos because I review their palettes all the time. If you are new to my channel, I just love reviewing their products. So I'm just blending that through the crease. As you can see, it's going up a little bit higher. Just going to keep blending till it's really nice and smooth. I've just dipped into the other lighter brown shade very lightly, and I'm just going to blend over the top of the darkest brown shade just to kind of help with the blending process. Now I'm going to dip into the black shade, which is right here, and I'm just going to pop that directly on like the outer kind of V section of the eye. And this is a Sigma E25, a tapered blending brush. Just kind of patting that on the outer section of the eye, and then I'm just going to kind of use blending motions. Very softly blend this on the outer kind of section of the eye. I don't want to bring it too high up, but I also don't want to bring it too far in, but I'm not adding any extra product. It's a nice black. It's not the blackest black, but it's a nice black. It's going on nicely. It doesn't have that kind of grey tone to it, which I quite like. It's just not the most intense one. I'm going to pull that in just like a liner, and then go to the mid brown or the dark brown, that one. Oh, I just got shadow on my top, and I'm just going to pull that through the crease. I actually think in the last video I filmed I was wearing this same top. I have since washed it. I just really like it. I'm just going to take my time just to blend all of these colours together so I have a nice seamless kind of transition. I'm not doing like a cut crease or anything, so I want to make sure the blending's really nice. Just adding a little bit more of that black right on the outer corner. I am happy with that. I'm now ready to pop on the lid shades. It's a super easy look to recreate. So I'm going to go in with my brush dry. This is the MAC 239 brush. I'm going to start by taking this beautiful shade right here, which is almost like a very light olive greeny champagne kind of hybrid. It's really beautiful, and when you swatch it, it feels stunning. So I'm going to pop that on kind of like the inner section of the lid. That is absolutely stunning, and I don't even mind if I get it a little bit into the crease because it's not like a cut crease. That is gorgeous, and especially considering I haven't even like wet the brush or like put a sticky base down or anything. So nice. Okay, I'm going to take that about that far across. And then I'm going to go into this khaki, is it khaki or olive? You decide. I'm going to take this colour right here and pop it in this little gap right here, also using a Zoeva 234, which is essentially a cheaper version of the MAC 239. And again, I'm not wetting my brush. That is, again, gorgeous, and I think that's a really nice like colour combo. I'm just going to pull that across to the lighter shade just so they blend in nicely together, kind of like tapping that. And then I'm going to dip back into the matte black and just again reapply this just in like a tapping motion, just on the outer kind of V, just to kind of darken and intensify that. And it doesn't matter for this look if you have a little bit of shimmer like above, it kind of adds to it, but I am really liking that, you know, loving that look, and I think it's going to be super easy to recreate. In the palette as well, you do obviously have this really bright colour which you could have some fun with that, and that would look gorgeous. There's a nice gold, some silvers. I'm not really big into silvers, but like that looks really pretty. There's a sparkly black, so there's quite a few looks you can do with this palette. For liner, I'm definitely going to put on a black wing. I'm going to take this one from Revolution. There'll be a lot of Revolution products in this video. When I tend to use Revolution products, I think it's quite nice to be kind of mainly brand focused just to show you what other products they have. But I'm taking the Revolution, which is literally just called the Revolution eyeliner. I will link it down below though, as everything as well. I cannot get my words out then. But I'm just going to pop on a wing, just kind of going along the lash line, pulling up towards the tail, bringing it down and then filling in that triangle. I literally can't talk when I do this, so here we go. Now I'm just going to peel off the tape. Lovely. For my waterline, I'm going to take this liner from Natural Collection. This is in the shade Olive Green, so that's perfect for this look. And I'm going to pop that through the waterline. It's time to was actually thinking of popping on like a contrast of purple, but I was like, no, I feel like I want this look to be more cohesive. That goes with the look perfectly. Just a subtle kind of pop of olive green. I'm just going to do the other eye then, and we don't even have the other eye on. Now I'm going to go back to the palette and I'm going to go in with, have I got it? Yep, that brown right there. Just tapping off the excess, and I'm just going to smoke this out under the lower lash line, just kind of going back and forth. Kind of helps if you squint your eye a little bit. Just find the place that's most comfortable for you. Blending that back and forth. You can always add a little bit more if needed, and touch up later once I've got like the concealer on and everything. Okay, I'm happy with that for now, but I can always add some more smoke later on. Now I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. And then for mascara, I'm taking the Revolution Blowout Mascara. I actually really like this mascara. It's not like too sticky or too dry. It's kind of like the perfect balance. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop on my lashes, do the other eye, and we'll be back to do the face. The lashes I'm taking are a new pair. These are from Oh My Lash, and they don't actually have the name on, which is a little bit frustrating, but I will be able to find out which like lashes they are. It's a little bit frustrating for me that the lash name isn't on it because I don't know what they are, but I will put it on the screen for you and also link it down below. They do look really nice, so I'm going to go ahead and pop these on, do the other eye, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I am back. Eyes are done. I love the eyes. This is definitely something that I'd wear for like a date night or something like that. Date night inside over FaceTime, over Netflix party. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the face. The first product we have is the primer. There are actually two primers that come in the collection. You've got the Glass Liquid Skin Illuminating Skin Primer, which looks a little bit more like a skincare product. And then you have the Glass Skin Primer Ultimate Dewy Finish. They're both primers, and I've got two setting sprays. So I think I'm going to use one in this tutorial and then the other one in the other palette tutorial. So I'm actually going to take the Glass Liquid Skin Illuminating Skin Primer for this one, then I'll use this one in my next glass collection video. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this on. Just look at the packaging. I know that this is just going straight in the recycling, but it is really gorgeous and a really nice attention to detail, which I'm a big fan of. So this is what the bottle looks like. It's got kind of like a yellowy creamy colour to it. I'm going to pop some onto my hand. I went for about 4 drops. Give that a go. Oh, maybe more. Just like absorb straight into my hand. I'm just gonna... Oh my god, that smell is incredible. Wow. This feels really like nourishing. What is that smell? It smells like candy and like freshness. So it feels really nice. It's definitely added like a little bit of a glow to my skin. See, my skin looks a little bit red just where I'm like kind of rubbing it, and it's just stressed at the moment, but when is it not stressed? Yeah, that looks really nice. I feel like that has given like a glowy kind of look, and I guess you could kind of add some more if you wanted more of an effect. For foundation, I'm going to go in with the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Radiance Foundation. This is in the shade F8.2. I used this in a video or two ago and I really liked it, so I'm going to use it again today. So I'm just going to take a few pumps onto my Spicy Choco Kush Blend sponge. Then I'm just going to dab this all over the face for a nice flawless base. I really like this foundation. It's a really nice coverage. I didn't like the Conceal and Define, but this one, however, is beautiful. I haven't worn makeup in a few days and it feels nice. I'm enjoying this. This is quite therapeutic, especially for a term like this. I need to stop talking about it because I'm trying to use these videos as more of like a distraction, like for you guys as well as myself. So let's just not talk about it, shall we? Then for concealer, I'm going to take the Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite Concealer. This is in the shade C5. I used this the other day and I really liked it as well. I'm going to pop it in my usual places, so on the chin, which we're going to need a lot of, under the eyes, forehead and down the nose, and then I'll also blend it out with the same sponge. Then I'm going to set the face using this Avon Ideal Flawless Pressed Powder in the shade Light to Medium, or Light Medium, which looks like this. I've basically hit pan on it, I'm just trying to use it up. If anyone can recommend me any good face powders, let me know, because I've looked through my makeup collection. I don't actually own that many and I would like to find some new ones. Ideally affordable ones, just because I don't really feel like investing in like a high-end powder right now. So maybe like under £10, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and pop this onto this face, onto this face, just using a fluffy brush from Eyeshadow. Any kind of powder brush will do, and I'm just going to press that into the skin. Okay, so I just realised that I didn't even press record, and as you can tell I have bronzer like kind of half-arsely applied on one side of my face. Basically, I'm taking the NYX Medium Matte Bronzer. I love this bronzer. I've used like 3 or 4 of them by now. It's well loved, what else did I say? And I'm going to put it around the outer perimeters of my face and across my nose because I feel like it. So for blush, I'm going to take the Revolution Blusher Reloaded in the shade Rhubarb and Custard, which looks like this. I absolutely love this blush. I'm going to go ahead and pop some on the apples of my cheeks using the Sigma F10 Powder Blush Brush. So my camera just died. I don't know if that just cut off, but I was doing my blush just as a nice kind of subtle flash of colour. I have 2 setting sprays to choose from. So I've got the Glass Glow Fix, which is Ultimate Glow Dewy Fixing Spray, or we have the Glass Shimmer Fix Iridescent Fixing Spray. I'll go with this one. I'm going to go with the Glass Shimmer Fix Iridescent Fixing Spray. So I'm going to use this to set my face. I'm going to pop the highlighter over the top just so it's more vibrant. Smells a little bit weird, this one. Not too sure what the smell is. It's not bad, it just smells interesting. See a bit of shimmer on my face. It's not too much. I'm kind of a bit worried that I'd be a glitter ball, but we're all good. Next up for highlight, I'm going to go in with the Revolution Roxxsaurus Contour and Highlight Palette, and I'm going to take this shade right here to highlight on my Eyeshadow highlighting brush. I'm actually going to wet my highlighting brush a little bit. It's loading up my brush. And then I'm just going to pop this onto the cheekbones. A little bit on my nose. Then above the eyebrow, just for kind of like a glow. Now for some finishing touches, I'm going to go in with the Revolution Pro Clear Brow Gel. Just to kind of get rid of any powder residue. And then it also set my brows into place. I want to find a really good tinted brow gel because all the ones I've got are kind of a little bit more like warm toned or too pale. I need to find a new one. Now I'm going to pop some mascara on my lower lashes. Then for lips, I'm going to start by lining them using Revolution's Satin Kiss Lip Liner in the shade Icon. It's just kind of like a pinky nude. I am going to be popping on... Where did I put it? There it is. So I'm going to be popping on the Icon lipstick as well. This is also from Revolution because I want to pop on a gloss, and it is a clear gloss from the collection. So I'm going to pop it over the lipstick and see how it goes. Okay, then following on with Revolution's Icon lipstick. And then for the final step, I'm going to take this Revolution Clear Lip Gloss. This is the Glass Lip Gloss. I'm hoping it goes nicely over top of the lipstick. I was kind of planning on doing no lipstick and just putting this over bare lips, but I wanted some sort of shape, so that's why I've got my lipstick down. But here we go. Oh, it feels super thick. So I just had to like sit for like half an hour because my family are being really loud and I can't have a go at them because it's lockdown, so they have to be in the house. So I've forgotten what I was even saying. So this is the final makeup look. I really hope you like it. I do actually love it, and it's definitely something that I would opt for kind of like for a date night or something. I really like it and I feel like it will be super flattering on tons of different eye colours. So I'm going to dive straight into the collection and give kind of my synopsis thoughts on it. I'm going to be doing a blog post as well, so definitely go ahead and check that out in the description box below if you want to see more of like a reading thoughts. So let's start with the palette, because at the end of the day, a collection, I feel like anyway, the palette is the most important thing. I will be doing another video on the other palette from the collection, which has more brighter colours, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you are subscribed. So this is what the palette looks like. First of all, packaging is absolutely stunning, really, really cool. I prefer this one to the silver one. I just think it looks a little bit more like edgy. This is what it looks like on the inside. You've got a real variety of colours there, and I feel like you could definitely bring this for like a night out palette, I feel like, because of the smoky vibes, the shimmers. Like this shade really, really impressed me. Ooh, where are you? This one right here, which I've got on the inner corner of the eye, really impressed me. I didn't wet my brush or put it on a sticky base or anything, and like look how like stunning that is. The olive green shade is absolutely beautiful as well. Really, really beautiful. Really impressed with this palette. I feel like Revolution shadows are getting better and better. There's like a few shadows here and there, like from the shadows that I've tried, that kind of like a little bit hit and miss, but like I'd say like even like 98% random statistic, just putting that off the bat. They are really good and such high quality for such an affordable price. So I would definitely recommend this palette if you're gonna go on like nights out, or you just like a little bit more dramatic kind of smoky makeup. And I do like how they have the bone kind of shade in there as well, which I didn't actually get around to using, but I probably could have blended out that bit with the bone shade maybe. And I like how they have 3 matte shades in the palette for like transitions, and then they had a brighter colour in there. I just think it's a really versatile palette and I'm super impressed with it. Next up we have the setting spray. Which one did I use? I used this one, which was the Glass Shimmer Fix. It smells a little bit funky. I don't really know how to explain it. Like I can't explain it. You'll just need to give it a smell. It's not awful, like it didn't make me gag or anything like that, and when you shake it you can see the shimmer in it, which is quite cool. I feel like this is more of like an exciting product to use maybe on a night out. I don't know if it's really made my face look shimmery or like iridescent in any way. It's sprayed really nicely and hopefully it makes my makeup last a little bit longer, even though I'm going to be taking some photos, doing some TikToks, and then washing it off and filming a skincare video because I'm in the house. I need to stop going on about it. I'm probably boring you. Okay, right, next we have got the Glass Liquid Skin Illuminating Skin Primer. This smells incredible, so I don't know why the setting spray doesn't smell nice. This one smells like fruity. I don't know how to explain it. It's really nice. It has more of like a skincare kind of vibe to it. It feels really beautiful on the skin. And I think this would look even nicer on the skin under a more lower coverage foundation, so it would show through a little bit more, but it does definitely have like a nice tack to it without being too sticky, which helps the makeup stay in place. And I really like this, and I feel like this is something that I will lean towards for an everyday kind of makeup. So let's talk about the highlighters a second. I didn't use them in the video because I thought to myself, they've been discontinued and I don't want to kind of add to the drama, but I will just show them to you just so you know what they look like if you haven't seen all the drama. You know, there's other dramas to be worrying about right now. But this is what they look like. So you get 3 of them and they all come in this packaging right here, which is really cool. Again, I'm not going to go too much into the drama, but we have 3 shades. You've got the Glass Mirror Illuminator, which is like a pinky hue. I will be using this, just not on my channel because they have been discontinued. What the pink one looks like. You also get one in a white packaging, which is the Glass Crystal Illuminator, which looks like this, which is kind of like a more like silvery kind of shade. I probably won't get much use out of this. If you twist it, it has a little bit more of like a bluey kind of green tint, so I might use this as more like an inner corner highlight, which will last me a long time. Then you have the Black Ice Illuminator, which is more of a goldy tone, which I probably would have opted for in this video, I think, which looks really nice. This one actually I feel like I'll get a lot of use out of for like nights out, like on my collarbone, date nights, that kind of thing. I think this is really pretty, but I'm not going to go too much into them because you can't get them anymore. The lip gloss, I don't feel like... Okay, now I look at myself in the mirror, I can see like, okay, look, there's some definite shine action going on. The only thing I'll say about it, okay, so obviously it's now pink because it mixed with my lip gloss, but it is a clear lip gloss. It mixed with my lipstick is what I meant to say, but it's now pink, which I expected anyway. The only thing that kind of bothers me about it is the formula itself looks very thick and like shiny and stuff on the inside, but when you pull it out of the packaging, I feel like it takes off too much product. Like the little sealer thing, it takes off too much product off the wand, so like you like load it up and then you try and scoop it out and there's like barely any product on the wand. So I think if they were to like change this slightly, I would just make it have less of a suction on it, just so you can get more lip gloss on the wand. But it feels nice. It doesn't feel too sticky for a shiny lip gloss. Let's make my lips look super shiny. I don't know if I would call it glass, but it's super shiny and reflective, and I am quite liking it with like the shiny highlighter in the eyes. I feel like it all ties in really nicely together, but I definitely recommend checking out this collection. I'm going to dive into the other palette in a upcoming video, so definitely make sure you're subscribed for that. That will be coming next week, I believe, and it's the brighter palette. I think it's called like the Shadow Mirror or something, and it's got like brighter colours in. And I will also be testing out the Glow Dewy Fixing Spray and then the Glass Skin Primer with the Ultimate Dewy Finish. Oh, perfect, they go together. So I'm going to be giving those a go in the next video, but I definitely recommend this collection. Like always with Revolution palettes, they just pleasantly surprise me every time, and I just think the packaging of this is amazing. It's really cool, and I just love how like, so when I first got into makeup at like a younger age and stuff, like cheaper makeup around my age when I was younger wasn't like this cool. Like you could get your hands on like Miss Sporty. Back when collection was natural collection, everyone had like the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse Foundation, a concealer as lipstick, the Maybelline Great Lash. You'd put on like so many coats, so you'd have like 3 eyelashes, the Bourjois chocolate bronzer. Like it was stuff like that. Like I feel like the kids of today, if you're a, you know, if you're a child under the age of 18, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But you have such a wide access to really cool makeup for such an affordable price. I know some of Revolution's products, their launches recently have been a little bit more pricey compared to usual, but the quality is getting so much better and they're still really affordable, and I feel like they'll always stay that way. Like even this foundation, I think this retails, I want to say, for £8, and it's such a beautiful foundation. Full coverage, feels nice on the skin, looks nice. It feels nice as well when you apply it as well. I love the fact they've added a pump to it. Like look at this primer, like the concealer is incredible, and I think this is like, I want to say £6, but the prices on Revolution products just never fail to amaze me. They're just the most amazing quality ever, and I always love them. Even though I do receive PR, everything I say is all my own opinions, and I'll always be honest with you. I just feel like I have to say that because I always talk about Revolution so much on my channel. Anyway, let's just cut a long story short there. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. On a little side note, I hope everyone is doing well, staying home, staying safe, and I just burped. And check me out on TikTok and on Instagram. I'm definitely going to be very active on those platforms in the next few weeks when I've got all this spare time to use. And thank you so much for watching. I shall see you next time. Bye. Start again. Do the other eye and we'll be coming right. Now I'm going to... Oh, God.